Welcome all of you to another Avengers adventure, where we are going to tell you about the birth of the most powerful Marvel villain of all time. 10 years ago, in the past, a special meeting takes place in the S.H.I.E.L.D. helicarrier before the Avengers Initiative. Nick Fury, the chief of S.H.I.E.L.D., is discussing with Franklin Hall. They are excited about the super soldier project of Abraham Erskine, for all soldiers like Steve Rogers, who become Captain America to fight World War II against Red Skull and Hydra, and wants him to continue it. Several hours later, Franklin conducts an experiment with Graviton particles, and Fury orders him to cease the experiment. But Franklin ignores and pulls up the lever, which causes an explosion, engulfing himself with it. He wakes up cuffed on a hospital bed. With much annoyance, he orders the medical staff to release him immediately and activates his gravity powers. He wants to see Fury, but the sleeping gas covers the room, which makes Franklin Hall unconscious. At the present day, a matured Franklin with a fully grown beard is released from his imprisonment and asks what is happening. Baron Zemo, who is standing next to him, says that he has slumbered longer than 6 years. This angers the Graviton greatly. After confronting Nick Fury, Graviton and Fury face each other. Suddenly, Fury pulls out a gun, but is thrown away by Graviton with his powers. Graviton wants revenge on Fury for imprisoning him. He crushes his bones, but he is soon interrupted by Thor. Fury and Raph fall down at the same time, but fortunately, Fury is caught by Wasp. Graviton exclaims his powers of gravity, and Thor challenges him to a fight. Iron Man's Mark VI iron armor crashes into a crop field in a rural farm. He orders Jarvis to access his Mark VII, the latest armor suit, and the armored suit flies towards Iron Man. Meanwhile, Fury takes the hand of the mission after announcing an Omega Red alert to all the available forces. Fury tells him only that he is Franklin Hall, and the rest of him being classified. In the sky, Thor attacks Graviton, but is impervious to all his physical attacks, making Graviton look quite invincible. The Hulk arrives in the Vital Sign dinner in the desert, carrying Samson. He puts Samson on the counter. Hulk then sees the news of Thor fighting Graviton. Hulk goes into a discussion with his other dual personality, Bruce Banner. Bruce tells him that he could be a hero if he saves the people's lives, and that the change of opinion of Hulk being known as a monster. Hulk only accepts it if he stays as Hulk, and not as Bruce Banner. At the harbor, the fight continues, which makes Wasp annoyed, and she flies away to help Thor. Graviton overpowers Thor in every possible way, and finally, he prevails against Thor by impaling him in the ground under the ocean. Graviton goes after Fury, but Wasp distracts him, because her stingers can make Graviton painful. Iron Man monitors the scene and activates the boosters. Graviton pulls away Wasp, and just then, Iron Man ambushes Graviton. Graviton re-emerges from the seabed as Iron Man tries to understand his opponent. Iron Man scans him and is quickly pulled away into space. Ant-Man asks Fury if Graviton has a limit, and Nick Fury tells him that Graviton doesn't have any limits. He then activates his belt, enlarging himself as Giant Man. He grabs Graviton and warns Wasp to escape the fight, to which Wasp does not listen, and Graviton frees himself from his grasp. Meanwhile, deep beneath the sea, Thor frees himself from the impalement. Graviton reaches Fury, grabs him, and crushes him, revealing Fury to be a life model decoy as a trick. The real Fury hides behind containers. Graviton then goes after the New York City and lifts it up. Soon after, Thor ambushes him and successfully hits, which Graviton releases the grip on the city, and the city falls down. Thor quickly saves the city by cushioning the fall. Meanwhile, in space, Iron Man is freed by the gravity and flies towards the fight. Before Graviton could use his attack on Thor, Iron Man uses his Unibeam and impales Graviton to the ground. Graviton is then surrounded by Ant-Man, Wasp, Thor, and Iron Man. He enrages and pushes them away. Soon after, the big green monster, Incredible Hulk, arrives and pushes Graviton to the harbor. The Hulk ferociously attacks Graviton, withstanding his gravitational powers unlike any other. All other heroes arrive to the battleground as well. Graviton prevails over Hulk's monster attacks and impales everyone to the ground. While Hulk tries to stand, Ant-Man activates his helmet. Hulk fights off Graviton's gravity. The Ant-Man distracts Graviton by letting a red ant bite him on the neck. When Graviton is distracted, Iron Man, Giant Man, Wasp, Hulk, and Thor unleash their most powerful attacks on Graviton. Graviton is exhausted and crumbles on his knees. Wasp then finishes him with a sting and Graviton falls unconscious. Thor hugs the heroes and suggests celebrating. Just then, the Shield arrives to capture the Hulk. Iron Man defends the Hulk, and the rest of the group comes to guard the Hulk. Nick Fury orders his men to stand down and explains that 74 supervillains escaped. Iron Man asks how it happened, Fury does not know, and invites them to join S.H.I.E.L.D. Ant-Man blames Fury for creating Graviton. Iron Man agrees with Fury, which surprises Wasp. Iron Man explains if they are together, they can take down the supervillains, and suggests fighting together as a team and to avenge the wrongs of the villains. Wasp suggests the name Avengers. Quartermain reports to Fury that his Graviton was not the only one who caused the breakout, making Fury wonder who actually did it. The lesson we can learn from this is that power is nothing without control. In fact, power without control is dangerous. The biggest problem with lack of control is that you are usually only aware of it when it's too late, just before you crash and burn. Thank you for watching Millennium Pictures. Like, comment, share, and subscribe for more awesome videos. Have a nice day!